Lost everything in Peshawar made Moti Mahal from a Delhi dhaba the story of Kundan Lal Gujral. It was an anxious night in the year 1947. A man had left his home city and years of earnings behind. Before him was an unfamiliar Delhi, and there was no guarantee of any future. He had not just lost land. In the fire of partition, his old identity, customers and secure life were also left behind. There was a fear, would he be able to secure bread for his family again? But that refugee was left with one thing that no border could take away, the understanding of the tandoor, the recognition of spices, and the skill to make taste memorable. Who knew that this very skill would turn a small place into the famous Moti Mahal? And decades later, the world would debate over the real creator of a dish that came out of that very kitchen. That man's name was Kundan Lal Gujral. Today his name is connected with the story of tandoori chicken, butter chicken, and modern Dal Makhani. But this journey did not start from any palace. Kundan Lal was born around 1902 in Chakwal. At that time, it was a part of Punjab in British India. Today that same area comes under the Punjab province of Pakistan. At a young age, work and responsibilities decided the direction of his life. The search for better opportunities brought him to Peshawar, where the tastes of Central Asia and Punjab met in the markets. In the Gora Bazaar of Peshawar, Mokha Singh Lamba had a small eatery whose name is said to have been Moti Mahal. Working there, Kundan Lal learned the nuances of a commercial kitchen. There, the kitchen was not a quiet classroom. High heat, voices of customers, limited ingredients and quick service. Every day taught him that, along with taste, speed and consistency are also necessary. At this place he met those people who went on to become an important part of his story. Among these, the names of Kundan Lal Jaggi and Thakur Das Magoo are specifically recorded. In that era, the tandoor was not a new invention. This cylindrical clay oven had been used for baking rotis for centuries, and in various regions, meat was also cooked over the fire. The important achievement associated with Kundan Lal Gujral is not the invention of the tandoor, but is considered to be the preparation, identification and popularization of modern restaurant-style tandoori chicken on a large scale. The chicken would be marinated with yogurt, spices, and sourness, then skewered and cooked in the intense heat of the tandoor. Light char on the outside and moisture retained inside. This method gave an experience completely different from a simple curry. Customers would first feel its aroma, then see the red golden chicken, and finally taste its deep smoky flavor. In the world of food, just a recipe is not enough. The right timing, temperature, and the same taste in every plate are what turn an experiment into a signature dish. Gujral learned this very discipline. The popularity of tandoori chicken grew in Peshawar. Even so, at that time, perhaps no one had thought that this very dish would go on to change the identity of Punjabi restaurant food in a new India. Amidst this success, history suddenly took a turn. In 1947, the partition of British India was declared, and violence, fear and large-scale displacement spread on both sides of Punjab. Like millions of people, Gujral and his companions also had to leave their well-settled world. The place that was home until yesterday went to another country as soon as the new border was drawn. To call this journey merely coming to India from Pakistan diminishes its pain. People were losing not just belongings but relationships, memories, businesses and their trust of ever being able to return. Gujral finally reached Delhi. The city itself was changing rapidly after partition. New refugee camps, new colonies and families searching for a livelihood were changing the social and business map of the capital. In a new place, there is no automatic benefit of past success. The customers of Peshawar were left behind, money was limited, and Delhi was yet to get used to their taste. Still, they had a practical advantage. They knew how to make food whose aroma could draw customers, and by preparing it fresh in front of people, trust could be built. In 1947, Kundan Lal Gujral, Kundan Lal Jaggi, and Thakur Das Magoo together started Moti Mahal in the Daryaganj area of Delhi. The start was made with a simple commercial space. Located near Delhi Gate in Old Delhi, Daryaganj was an interesting place for new businesses at that time. Markets, offices, cinemas and customers from different communities could all meet here together. The name was Moti Mahal, meaning a palace of pearls, but the initial setup was not like a royal restaurant. The real shine was not in the furniture, but in the aroma rising from the tandoor and the taste of the plate. The three partners had brought the experience of Peshawar with them. Therefore, while it is certainly easy to make this story the story of a single hero, the available records show the overall picture to be much more shared. Gujral's identity was connected with experimentation and restaurant vision, Jaggi was associated with kitchen operations and recipes, and Magoo was also a part of the founding partnership. Moti Mahal placed tandoori chicken before Delhi's diners in a presentation that was both smoky and celebratory. The dish grew from a simple meal into the attraction of a restaurant outing. The biggest business strength of the tandoor was its visibility. The open flame, the chicken cooking on skewers, and the rising aroma became advertisements in themselves. Customers could feel the process of food being made. But there was a practical problem with tandoori chicken. Leftover chicken after cooking could dry up in a short time, and in that era, refrigeration was not as easy or reliable as it is today. From here, the highly famous story of butter chicken comes forward. Leftover tandoori pieces were put into a gravy of tomato, butter, and spices to make them soft and delicious again. The gravy did not hide the dryness, it turned it into a new dish. The light sourness of tomato, the richness of butter, and the smoke of the tandoor created such a balance that compelled people to return. This dish was also called 𝐼𝐨𝐥 Makhani. Makhani, derived from makhan, points toward its buttery character, though different restaurants developed their own recipes over time. The strength of butter chicken was not just in its taste. It was also a business lesson: make a new product wisely out of something that would have become waste, and give the customer an even better experience than before. Still, to say on which exact night, in which city, and by which single person the dish was created is not that simple. The origin stories told by the families are different from each other. The Gujral family claims that Kundan Lal Gujral had made butter chicken in Peshawar before partition, and later that same idea came to Moti Mahal in Delhi. On the other hand, the Jaggi family says that Kundan Lal Jaggi created the dish after partition in Delhi for customers who arrived late by putting leftover tandoori chicken into a tomato butter gravy. The safe conclusion of history is that the identity of butter chicken is deeply connected with the kitchen tradition of Moti Mahal and its founding team. The claim of the sole inventor is still disputed. The same caution is also necessary on Dal Makhani. Black urad or maa ki dal was already eaten in Punjab. Moti Mahal made its rich, slow-cooked restaurant version popular. By cooking the dal on low heat for a long time, richness like tomato, butter and cream was added to it. Through this, the homemade dal achieved a highly smooth, luxurious restaurant identity. Now there were two attractions in the menu of Moti Mahal: butter chicken for non-vegetarian diners and creamy dal makhani for vegetarian diners. Both became a memorable combination with tandoori breads. As the popularity of the restaurant grew, its dining space also moved out of the boundaries of a simple dhaba. It started becoming a place where families, leaders, artists and foreign guests searched for the new taste of Delhi. The first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, is counted among the famous patrons of Moti Mahal. A Reuters report also places former US President Richard Nixon among the notable guests who reached there. Moti Mahal did not let Punjabi food remain limited only to a roadside or home image. It helped in giving tandoori dishes and makhani gravies a prestigious place on modern restaurant menus. This change was also connected with the changing identity of Delhi itself. The Punjabi refugees who came after partition brought language, enterprise and food traditions with them, which reshaped the everyday culture of the capital. Delhi adopted those tastes, then reached them to the entire country. Gradually, tandoori chicken, butter chicken and dal makhani became almost permanent names on North Indian restaurant menus. The real wonder was that despite having regional roots, the dishes made sense to a wide audience. The combination of smoke, tomato, butter, cream and mild heat was approachable for different eaters. With time, changes also happened in the recipes. In some places the gravy became sweeter, in some cream increased, in some cashew was used. Therefore, today it would not be correct to consider every butter chicken as the original Moti Mahal recipe. Similarly, a bright red color is also not a guarantee of authenticity. The real identity is built not just by color, but by balanced acidity, controlled richness, tender chicken and the smoky flavor coming from the tandoor. The story of Kundan Lal Gujral is also the story of an entrepreneur beyond a chef. He showed how to turn his skill into a product into customer experience, and that experience into a memorable brand. His big decision was that he did not wait for the old life after the crisis. He understood the need of the new city and presented the skill learned in Peshawar according to the changing market of Delhi. Future generations took the name Moti Mahal to different locations and a franchise model. Gujral's grandson Monish Gujral is prominently connected with the modern expansion of the brand. According to a 2024 Reuters report, the franchise network of Moti Mahal had reached more than 100 outlets across the world. Therefore, it did not remain a story limited to a single shop in Daryaganj. But the bigger the brand became, the more valuable the credit of origin became. Words like original and inventor do not just give respect, they influence customer trust, marketing, and the franchise business. This very legacy gave birth to a legal battle in the Delhi High Court in 2024. Moti Mahal challenged the inventorship claims regarding butter chicken and Dal Makhani of the rival Daryaganj chain. The Moti Mahal side defended the claim, describing Kundan Lal Gujral as the creator. The Daryaganj side emphasized the role of Kundan Lal Jaggi and presented documents related to the partnership. Materials like old photographs, a 1949 partnership agreement, a business card, and Jaggi's old video statement were mentioned in the case. The question before the court was bigger than the recipe, it was of a commercial legacy. In the prominent public reports available up to July 2026, no clear final judicial verdict was found on inventorship. Therefore, it would be wrong to state the claim of any one family as a fact proven by the court. This dispute does not weaken the story, but rather brings forward an essential truth. Famous food traditions are often built by partners, cooks, customers, and changing times along with the genius of one person. The contribution of Kundan Lal Gujral still remains extraordinary. He gave a new visibility to the tandoor tradition of Peshawar in Delhi and made Moti Mahal an influential name in modern Indian restaurant history. In 1997, Gujral passed away, but the taste associated with his name lived on. Every new generation reinterpreted the recipe according to its market, kitchen, and customers. Today, butter chicken is seen even in pizza, pie, poutine, and wraps. This change shows that the dish connected to the kitchen of Daryaganj now speaks the language of global comfort food. Still, its most powerful image remains the same, a refugee who has lost everything, a burning tandoor in New Delhi, and the unyielding determination to rebuild life standing in front of that fire. He did not literally make the shop a palace of stones, he made its stature like a palace through taste, consistency, and people's memories. This became the real shine of the name Moti Mahal. The final lesson of Kundan Lal Gujral's story is not hidden in some secret spice. If skill is saved, even a ruined person can make a start, and a plate can reach the entire world.
If this video has taught you something new, or if you feel this information should reach more people, don't forget to like and share the video. Your small share can become valuable and useful information for someone else. If you have any questions related to this topic, or if you would like to share your opinion with us, be sure to write in the comment box. We read every question and suggestion from you, because your feedback inspires us to create better content. And if you want to keep receiving such interesting and reliable information about business, the economy, and the world in the future, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel GRT Business and also press the bell icon so that you get notifications of every new video directly. At GRT Business, we always strive to provide you with accurate, balanced, and reliable information. Our news and analysis are prepared based on information obtained from various news agencies, public sources, and public opinion. We make every effort to verify and validate each fact as much as possible, but in case of any possible error or dispute, the responsibility lies with the respective sources. Our only aim is to present you with a correct and trustworthy perspective so that you can understand any topic better.